We have now lots of evidence that these thought processes are actually not accurate, and often the AIs lie about what they're thinking about.
When you're looking at targeting an AI agent, you are weaponizing the fact that they have autonomy.
Max, I was asking you before Connor arrived whether someone like you who works in cybersecurity lies awake at night, that you might get bested by someone else. Is that your nightmare?
I guess it is, reputationally speaking, certainly. It'd be a troublesome one for myself to kind of square away.
We all have reputational risk, Connor, but ethical hacking, being hacked, is not a good look, is it?
Very much not. That would be quite embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Right, let's get to it. Welcome to AI Decoded. There are companies around the world that are racing to harness artificial intelligence, and to help them do that, there is a new generation of tools emerging that we know as the AI agents. They are the software systems that will, in the future, be trained to carry out tasks within the workplace on our behalf, often autonomously. They'll transform how we work, how we search, what we create, even how we defend ourselves. But with every leap forward, of course, comes a new challenge. And the experts in cybersecurity say there is a risk that we give so much power to these agents that we make them vulnerable or even useful to hackers. Compounding that problem is the rush to deploy it without fully understanding the risk. We're going to explore that today. Is there a way to do it safely? What should we do to defend ourselves? Could these new AI systems be trained to spot the risks and defend the company with the same speed that the hackers are trying to exploit it? We've got the very best people to get into it today. Max Corbridge, ethical hacker and founder of Secure Agentics. He helps organizations build AI systems the right way. Connor Lee is back, former hacker himself, now CEO of AI safety company Conjecture. Welcome to you. And back from her travels, her many travels, is Priya Lakhani, co-host and CEO of Century Tech. Welcome to you all. Let's start with you, Max, because maybe at the outset you could explain the issue for us. What do you see unfolding in the companies that you visit, and what are the risks?
So I think the first thing to mention is one that you called out right at the top. And one of the biggest risks that we're facing with AI right now is that adoption is leading far ahead of security. And this is something that we see in almost every technical evolution. But the case is getting much worse because the adoption and the arms race in AI is sort of like nothing we've seen before. Sort of FOMO of, if you don't get involved with the AI race at this point, then you're going to get left behind, the competitive advantage. Ultimately, I think that all feeds into this idea that we need to be using AI and we need to be throwing more power into our AI tools, which really is one of the core problems that we're facing, because the technology, whilst it is an incredibly influential and powerful technology and can bring so many amazing advantages, at the same time has the potential to bring in a lot of potential harm as well. And that's something that we're seeing kind of already in the use of AI agents.
Let me try and stay on the positive for a moment, because this is clearly transformative technology. These AI agents could be finding and enhancing growth in our business. So presumably you're going in there to encourage that.
It is. So it's a very fine line. I feel like from my side is all about how to benefit from AI the right way, right? I'm still coming at it from how do you do AI positively? And the thing is I feel like sometimes I come across too AI negative when actually I'm the opposite. There's a reason why I chose this as an area to really focus on. And I think, people already understand the potential value that you can have with AI in the generative AI era. The amount of different things that we're using ChatGPT for example, to help with our daily lives, to help, I use it from everything from preparing recipes for the week through to helping me with my job, through to helping to prepare for big events and writing speeches and all this these sorts of use cases. And really, AI agents are an extension of that, where you're allowing it to then take actions on behalf of you, and really the usefulness, quote unquote, of an AI agent is just as useful as how much a generative AI or a frontier LLM can help you with in your day-to-day life, just in a question and answer response, which I think we're already seeing is a very, very widely accepted, useful aspect of using AI.
And Max, I'm really glad that you and Christian were really positive for a moment there, but I hate to bring us into the negative zone, but I think it's really important when understanding agents and this sort of risk, this security risk. Can you explain, just in really plain language, what an attack pathway looks like for an AI agent? So what are the typical steps so that our viewers, who are often running businesses, they can understand what are the typical steps from first foothold to damage?
When you're looking at targeting an AI agent, you are weaponizing the fact that they have autonomy, right? So we have entrusted these agents to do certain things on our behalf, and for most of the time, we are just entrusting that they are going to do the right thing and not misbehave. And so what we're seeing the attacks do is really leverage the fact that they've not been confined to only do that one thing that we've given them the task for, but actually they're able to do a lot more. So the real sort of crux of how we're targeting AI agents right now is generally by giving them malicious instructions. So let's take an example of you're using an agent within your business. It doesn't really matter what the use case for the agent is at this point in time. And through one way or another, and we can dive into the details later on, you are providing an instruction which says, okay, instead of doing the thing which you're designed to do for this business, I want you to take this other action, which at the moment could be things like exfiltrating sensitive data is probably the most common one. And so suddenly this agent, which maybe its sole purpose was to help you with your customer service queries, is now actually exfiltrating sensitive data out of the environment and is actually sending it off to third parties, which they're controlling.
Well, go on then, Connor. Expand on that. You've worked in this world. If you were going to get into a system, give us an